rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Most people don't think about their furnace until it's not working, but we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pint Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by, touchdown. Here's Olson, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better. as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in
Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports is also sponsored in part by Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wegner Auto, Graham Tire, and by Zander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Rounds Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Hermanson Endodontics, Family Dental, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service of Pierre. And now Pierre Governors Sports on the official home of the Governors, River 92.7 at drgnews.com.
Thank you very much, and a very good Tuesday evening, everybody. Another night of high school basketball coming your way here as we follow the Pierre Governors on the road. Well, for the third straight Tuesday, the Governors are playing. They've had one game a week in each of the last 2 weeks. They will get a second game later this week, but the schedule in the second half of the season has been somewhat spread out. We welcome you to Bob Jostad Gym at Brookings High School, where the Brookings Bobcats will play host to the Pierre Governors tonight. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play with William Wilson and Cortana Mancuso back in studio running technical direction tonight. Caleb Brozick is here as well. You'll be able to see this game as well as hear it with our coverage through the live video stream at drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page, or your DRG News smartphone app. Caleb will also be available with video through GoGovs.live. Should be a good matchup. Two teams that are desperate for victories. In fact, they must win, really, for both teams who want to stay in, or either get into or stay within the confines of the Sodak 16 power rankings. The Governors are the 16-seeded team with a 4-11 mark. Brookings is 1-14 on the season. It's been a struggle, but they're right behind Pierre as the number 17 power-rated team. So obviously both teams need a victory against beatable opponents for each team. And that is what's on the line tonight. Girls game is at Riggs High Gym. In fact, the Governor girls will host the Brookings Bobcats. Situation's basically the same for the Pierre and Brookings girls, both teams needing victories to get into or stay within the Sodak 16. We'll follow that one as we go along as well, but we'll preview this one upcoming. A 3-minute timeout to start. We get into our Bank West pregame show. Bank West for the best, and we may have a little bit of time to look around the state of basketball for Class AA in the updated power rankings after this weekend state of affairs. Of course, the Governors coming in off of a loss at Huron 54-39 last Tuesday. Brookings had a pretty well-played game, but a loss to Sioux Falls Roosevelt last Tuesday, 73-61. Then they went to Jefferson and fell 76-51 on Friday. So a full slate of games in Class AA with 10 games on the docket tonight, including this one. Pierre Governors and Brookings Bobcats. A 3-minute break. We'll talk about it when we come back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
There when you need them the most. Bank West Insurance agents Sam Kennecke and Angie Taylor are here to make your life easier.
As an independent agency, we're able to customize an insurance plan to fit your individual needs.
We work with dozens of companies to find you the best possible coverage and the best price.
For your insurance needs, contact Sam or Angie at Bank West Insurance in Pierre. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Insurance products are not deposits, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, and may go down in value.
This winter, Beck Motor Company is your go-to Chevy dealer for automotive needs. From the tough, rugged Chevy Silverado to a versatile Equinox, we've got the perfect ride for every season. Need service? Our expert team is here to keep you cruising through winter with confidence. Beck Motor Company, your trusted local Chevy dealer, proudly serving you with top-notch vehicles, service, and customer care. Stop by today and drive away with a deal you'll love. www.beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District, backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome back to Brookings High School as we get into our BankWest pregame show. Sophomore game has been a good one, but it's right now a 10-point Bobcat lead, 49-39. Brookings won the JV game 51-30. The Pierre sophomores got it. I should say the Pierre freshman A team got a victory today by about 8 points earlier in the B game. Still going on, or maybe just finishing up. Let's start our BankWest pregame show with a quick look around South Dakota. Before that, we remind everybody on the road for high school sports or whatever the reason, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all to slow the drive, arrive alive, and buckle up too, please. It starts with you. You've got someplace to be. Reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Again, the Governors losing at Huron last Tuesday, 54-39, the last time they played. Pretty good defensive game. Huron opened that one up a bit late in the contest to get a 15-point victory. Brookings had a similar game, good defensive game, or at least staying tight with a great Sioux Falls Roosevelt team. But Roosevelt just a little too much firepower here in this gym. 73-61 last Tuesday, and then the Bobcats could not keep up with Sioux Falls Jefferson on Friday down in Sioux Falls 76-51. Power rankings coming into this week's action. Still Sioux Falls Lincoln, the top team at 16-0. Roosevelt holding firm in the number 2 spot, though, in power rankings 14-2. Now you've got T-Area 12-4, followed by Huron at 13-4. Watertown 13-3 as the 5 seed. Spearfish still with just 2 losses against 13 victories is 6. Harrisburg in 7 at 12-4. O'Gorman now 10-6 after they got a big win or 2 last week, and they're in the number 8 spot. Following that, the bottom 8 in the Sodak 16 is Sioux Falls Jefferson at 9. Mitchell, who the Governors will play on Friday, is 7-8. They're in the 10 spot. Brandon Valley, Washington, Yankton, Rapid City, Stevens, Sturgis, and Pierre in the top 16. Pierre is at 4-11, 37.733, a power point average. Brookings about 0.4 of a point behind Pierre at 37.333. Brookings 1-14 And the 17 spot, Rapid City Central, Douglas, and Aberdeen Central are also on the outs looking in right now. Tonight, along with the Governors here in Brookings, Aberdeen plays at Watertown. T-Area goes to Brandon Valley in the ESD. Mitchell is at Sioux Falls, Washington. Harrisburg goes to O'Gorman for a big game there between numbers 7 and 8 in the power rankings. Yankton heads up to Sioux Falls Christian to play one of the top teams in Class A. It'll be Roosevelt at Lincoln, so there's the big one tonight. Number 1 hosting number 2 in Class AA in Sioux Falls. Out west, Rapid City Central hosts the Douglas Patriots, and in the Black Hills Conference, Spearfish hosts Rapid City Christian, and Sturgis is at Belle Fourche. On Thursday, Sturgis goes to Rapid City Central. Friday, it'll be the Governors hosting the Mitchell Colonels, and Brookings with an opportunity to pick up a victory when they go to number 20 in the power rankings, Aberdeen Central. That's a quick look at the schedule ahead for both of these teams. And after Friday, the Governors have a matchup next week against Sioux Falls Jefferson on Tuesday, while Brookings will host the Yankton Bucks. Quick look ahead at what's to come in boys basketball. In the girls' rankings, you've got Pierre at 3-11, the 15th power-rated team, hosting 2-13 Brookings, who is sitting at number 18. So Governors could use a victory. Brookings obviously could as well. That game is on KGFX, 1060 AM, 103.1 FM. Pierre falling to Huron at home last week, 58-36. Brookings loses to Roosevelt, 55-47 Tuesday, and to Jefferson, 62-37 on Friday. Girls game much the same. There's one game of the boys not being played tonight, so there are 9 girls games this evening, including Brookings playing at Pierre. Governors go to Mitchell on Friday, and Mitchell's got a new high school gym, but that game is still going to be at the Corn Palace, as that new high school gym on Friday and Saturday will host girls Region 3A wrestling. That's the girls Region 3 on Friday and the boys Region 3A on Saturday. So the Governor girls are at Mitchell on Friday night at the Corn Palace. Then they'll go to Sioux Falls Lincoln, who is 0-16 on the season. That'll be a Saturday afternoon contest, I think 2 o'clock, the start time on that. Governors next Tuesday go to Sioux Falls Jefferson. Brookings will be hosting Yankton in the girls' ranks next week to start. And then after that, for Pierre, you've got a couple of games left after this, that Jefferson game on Tuesday. The matchups with Sioux Falls Roosevelt on Friday, February 27th, and the Watertown Arrows on Saturday, the 28th, where the boys will finish their season at Roosevelt Friday and at home with Washington on that Saturday, February 28th. The girls host Roosevelt and then go to Watertown in both instances, and that's still a couple of weekends away. That's a look around the state of basketball in Class AA for now, part of our Bank West pregame show. Governors and Bobcats coming up. They're going to have a moment of recognition here before they start their pregame warm-ups here in Brookings. So Governors are donning T-shirts that they have all gained or acquired, perhaps purchased as well, as as I understand it, the wife of one of the Brookings assistant coaches is in a bout with breast cancer right now. So great job and great opportunity for the Governors to get involved in her battle as well. Of course, we've seen similar battles for folks in the capital city that other teams and players and coaches alike have shown their support as well. So that's what's going to happen here at the gym before anything else gets going, and then we'll have our 15-minute countdown, and we'll go from there as well. So we'll have a bit of an extended pregame. And by the way, as the lady we're just talking about is entering the gym, the crowd comes to their feet here at Bob Jostad Gym in Brookings. We'll have keys to success, coaches' comments that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care coming up. But first, a 3-minute timeout, and our Bank West pregame continues. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
All right, getting down to crunch time here for Pierre Governor basketball season starting to wind down a little bit. Here, let's chat with Larry Aker, the head coach, talking keys to success. And Coach, looking back on that a week ago, Tuesday at the Huron Arena, they're playing without Blake Elwine, but all in all, I thought a pretty good defensive effort. Unfortunately, toward the tail end of that game, obviously, and this is kind of a recurring theme, they start hitting some shots. You defend as well as you can, but just can't get the offense going to try to stay with some of these better teams. And I know that's something that you hope for better things on, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I thought a pretty good defensive effort against a good offensive team last week.
Yeah, I thought I was very proud of how we played defensively, especially for 3.5 quarters. And then, just kind of, even in the fourth quarter, we were still in that game, and we adjusted some defensively, and what we were doing was working, and we were rebounding hard, but again, we just couldn't get the ball to go in the hole on the offensive end, from anywhere, even the free throw line. I think for the game we shot 35% from line or some terrible statistic like that, which again we talked about it after the game. If you don't shoot the ball well from the field or the free throw line, you're not going to win many games, and that's just a true statement.
Really knew it was going to be key to hit some threes in that game, and I think I had you at 3 for 20. A lot of times when you get these long arms coming at you, you got to rush them a little bit, and it's hard to hit threes when you don't have your legs and you don't have your rhythm along with that.
Yeah, absolutely, and credit Huron. They're a very long, lengthy team, and again, they did affect the shot quite a bit. And there's a couple missed opportunities definitely we had, and but again, we just got to learn from it, and you got to shoot the ball well. And I always tell them, if you can shoot 40% or better, your chances are pretty darn good of winning the ball game.
And taking care of the basketball, you had more possessions than you did a week before against Yankton, didn't you?
Yeah, and I think we had 9 turnovers for the game, but again, we didn't turn Huron over as many times we would like. We still had more turnovers than them, but taking care of the ball is getting better. That has to continue again tonight. You start there, and then, like we said at halftime, there wasn't a bad shot that we took. They weren't going in, and when they're not going in, it makes it tough, and it's kind of defeating. But you still got to go out there and maybe attack the basket a little more and work inside out a little more. And but we were getting good looks, and just shots weren't falling.
All right, you got a Brookings team here on the road that is starving for victories, obviously, and kind of like Yankton, they've been playing pretty well defensively against some pretty good teams. It's just a matter, in this case, of doing the things. And, I mean, it's easier said than done, but you'd like to have some efficiency on offense, get off to a good start here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The Tetzlaff kid inside is, a pretty good matchup for us. They're almost kind of a mirror image of us. One big guy inside and, a bunch of, kind of average size guys on the perimeter. So, they have been, struggling as of late, playing good defense, but just not being able to close out games. They let a couple games slip away from them. So, again, we talked, it's crunch time for us. If we want to make that Sodak 16, it's got to start tonight. And we got to be hungry and just have some pride and just be able to be the tougher team and find a way to win.
Really going to be a Terwilliger versus Tetzlaff matchup, I would imagine, inside especially. So, how do you get that confidence and that rhythm going from away from the basketball tonight, or away from the basket?
Well, working inside out, making sure we're doing a good job of splitting the posts, and if you got an open shot, just have the confidence and knock it in. And if they're not going in, then we got to attack the basket and move the ball more. And I think that's probably the one thing that we've really been stressing is not taking those early shot clock shots. Those are kind of killer. Work that shot clock a little bit, get a good look, and maybe get some offensive rebounds and putbacks. And once you see the ball go in, it's a big difference. So hopefully the ball goes in tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Go get her done.
All right, thanks.
That's Larry Aker, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach's comments, keys to success in our pregame that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's hear from CDE. And we speak with Joe Fredrickson, the first-year head coach of the Brookings Bobcats. When we come back with more keys to success in Governor basketball.
Regular comprehensive eye exams yearly are the key to finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Hi, this is Dr. Mike Bartlett. I've joined the team at Central Dakota Eye Care, continuing to provide the same high-quality care you've come to expect. I've been seeing patients here in Pierre for 30-plus years, and I look forward to welcoming you to my new location. Call us today at 605-224-6128 to schedule your appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
And our keys to success will continue with the home head coach. It's Joe Fredrickson, the head coach of the Brookings Bobcats. And I know it's a rugged season, Coach. A lot of us are experiencing tough seasons, so at least we can talk like we've got something in common here. But you know what? I saw you play a good game against Sioux Falls Roosevelt, one of the top teams in the state, 12-point loss. I imagine that was a really good confidence builder, even though it didn't go so well against Jefferson on Friday night. But I'd say, I guess big question is from game one to where we are this late in the season, how's the team coming along right now?
We're coming along pretty well. We've been competitive, and that's kind of what we talked about since day one is let's go compete, be in every game, do the little things. And I think we're starting to do those things better, and it's kind of showing in later in the season. So hopefully it keeps showing, and we just keep playing some good basketball.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams see improvement as the season goes along. Unfortunately, the teams that aren't struggling are also improving, aren't they?
Yes, 100%. And so, yeah, you see some in the beginning of the season, and that, like I said, they're playing better now, and that's kind of the whole goal of the game is to play your best at the end of the season. And so look forward to seeing what our guys can do.
But that Roosevelt game was a 73-61 game. Good offense for them, but good offense for you too. And what are the things that you're seeing right now where you're building some confidence and improving them?
Yeah, I think our guards are starting to be more confident. We do a good job of getting the ball inside. Bergen is been a real good player for us, and so we have to work on other players stepping up. And in that game, I think other players did step up, and so it was good to see, and hopefully we build off of that.
You got a Pierre team that's a good matchup for you, 16 versus 17 basically in these power rankings. This is a huge game for both teams. So obviously I'm sure you're glad to have it on your home court, but what are the biggest challenges you'll face tonight?
They're a scrappy team. They play tough defense, and so we're going to have to take care of the ball, move the ball around, and then defense on the other side. It's one of those games where so far, I think Bergen's done real good on kind of owning the inside. Not sure that'll happen tonight because we get a good matchup with him tonight, and so we're going to have to take care of both sides of the floor on that way too. So it'll be I think a good battle, and we'll just see where we end.
That's kind of the thing I've been looking forward to. Tetzlaff versus Terwilliger. Take two. We saw him on the football field too. But
absolutely.
I know Coach Aker would say the same thing. You both have to have your post touches. It's just a matter of who's hitting from the outside, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's a key. Because at times defenses will send double teams and then kickouts, and like you said, it's a big part of the game. Both of us can score inside, but who's going to score outside will be the big key.
All right. Any other keys to success for you tonight?
I think just pushing the ball up tempo for us. We'll see how that works out and see where it goes.
Okay. All right, Coach. Appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
And our thanks to Joe Fredrickson, the head coach of the Brookings Bobcats, as he gives us his keys to success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Coach Akers said Brookings is like a mirror image of the Governors, and a big guy like Terwilliger and Tetzlaff for each respective team, and average-sized guys who can get some other things done away from the hoop or outside of the paint. But you throw in the fact that both teams are working with first-year head coaches. That's another reason these two teams may be even more of a mirror image of each other. Keys to success from Central Dakota Eye Care. 3-minute break in our starting lineups. In fact, let's go 2 minutes, and our starting lineups are next from Envirotech. This is Governor Basketball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
I'm Scott Nye. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan is crucial. When it comes to your finances, you deserve one too. At New Edge Advisors, our name is new, but our commitment to you isn't. We're the same trusted team you've known, and we've expanded our playbook of resources to help you plan for retirement, manage investments, and protect your future. Let's build the strategy that gets your financial future into the end zone.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Back in Brookings, starting lineups coming up. First to station identification. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. When you're distracted, who's driving?
Brian Oakland with play-by-play. Looking forward to this one coming up. Let's give you the starting lineups and meet the home team, the Brookings Bobcats first. Starting point guard will be Drew Johnson, a 5'11 senior, along with Jace Bauer, a 6'2 senior. Jones Huntemer, another 6'2 senior. A couple of shooting guards for the Bobcats in a fairly big backcourt. And fourth guard we can add in there is Noah Lease. He is a 6'1 sophomore. The man in the middle is Bergen Tetzloff. He's been doing this a while, 6'6", and a senior for the Bobcats. With Huntemer, Bauer, Johnson, Lease, the four guards, and Tetzloff the post. Their head coach for the Bobcats is Joe Fredrickson, assisted by Jared Huntemer, Tim Lease, and Nate Barnhart. Couple of names to look forward to off the bench. Gavin Anderson, a 6' senior, and Hayden Jones, a 6'3 freshman forward for the Bobcats. 1-14 on the season, 17th power rated so far, trying to get into the Sodak 16. The Governors will continue with Jaron Deal starting in place of Logan Whitty, the 6' sophomore. Caden Ahart's the 6'2 junior. Corday Austin, 6'3 and a senior for the Governors. The forwards are Lincoln Dilgis, a 6'4 senior, and Cooper Terwilliger, the 6'6 junior, in the post for the Governors, with Austin, Aharts, and Deal in the backcourt. Dilgis, Terwilliger up front. Logan Whitty and Sincere Wilson, a pair of 5'11 guards. Whitty, a junior. Wilson, a senior, off the bench for the Pierre Governors. 4-11 and currently number 16 power rated head coach Larry Aker, assisted by Skip Kurth, Craig Ullman, and Kelly Brandt. The starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Tonight's game officials are the law on the court. They're brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. Tonight's officials, the guys in stripe, who we appreciate for doing a thankless job in officiating high school basketball. Our game officials tonight are Jake Studer, Jeff Hanfer, and Tucker Kingsbury. Tonight's law on the court. Jake Studer, Jeff Hanford, Tucker Kingsbury, thanks, guys, for doing what you do in officiating high school basketball. The law on the court. As we pause for 3 minutes, and we're back to tip it off. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
This winter, Beck Motor Company is your go-to Chevy dealer for automotive needs. From the tough, rugged Chevy Silverado to a versatile Equinox, we've got the perfect ride for every season. Need service? Our expert team is here to keep you cruising through winter with confidence. Beck Motor Company, your trusted local Chevy dealer, proudly serving you with top-notch vehicles, service, and customer care. Stop by today and drive away with a deal you'll love. www.beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Back in Brookings, the governors have been announced on the floor. So have the Brookings cheerleaders, the Brookings starters, coming up as we get closer to our opening tip tonight. Girls game on KGFX. Justin Cowart with the call on that one. 1060 AM, 103.1 FM. Similar things at stake for both teams in both boys and girls. Both teams kind of at the bottom of the power rankings and really wanting to climb up and ensure at least one game once we get to the postseason. So we're looking forward to a good matchup between these two teams tonight. Both stations, KGFX AM and FM of DRG Media Group. And you can watch both games as well through drgnews.com and the respective station pages. Fans, we invite you to stay tuned for plays of, well, right on the money highlight plays throughout this one. Right on the money highlight plays are brought to you in our broadcast by Rounds Financial Services. When you're right on the money, it's Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Mosaic Wealth member, SIPC. We've got one thing to take care of, and that's Comtech. They sponsor our opening tip, and the tip-off is coming right up. Governor basketball is next on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security, and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Comtech opening tip coming up, and there's other basketball on DRG Media Group stations tonight as well. Stanley County Buffaloes are playing in Mobridge tonight against Mobridge Pollock, and that game can be heard on Star 99.5 up north. You can also see that one through drgnews.com. KPLO's got a doubleheader with Chamberlain at Hanson, and that's on 94.5 FM. If you're a fan of Gettysburg, here it's Selby. That game on KMLO 100.7 FM. But our Comtech opening tip is up, and it's controlled by the home team. Brookings Bobcats, Bergen Tetzloff tipping it backward to Noah Lease. Brookings in home white tonight with the red numbers, black striping down their sides. They'll head near court to far as we begin and play through the first half. The Governor's counting in road green, and they'll be heading towards us as you watch this one at drgnews.com. Quick fire three from the left wing. And it is up and good, and that's Drew Johnson. As Brookings strikes first in a 3-0 lead. I will say this, over the years, Brookings has had some big people, and they certainly do for the third straight year this year with Bergen Tetzloff. If they can't get it inside, they will try to shoot threes, and they'll try to shoot a bunch of them. And here's a loose ball, and it'll stay with Green as Lincoln Dill just misses one inside. But Corday Austin able to save one off of the body of a Bobcat out of bounds right in front of us. Pierre will get it inbounds. Jaron Deal to Austin, gets it back to Deal, and a corner three is good as Jaron Deal matches Drew Johnson, and it's 3-3 early on. First tie in the game, always big for the Governors to get their first shots down, especially from outside the arc. There's no Elise up top, over to Jones Huntermer, right side. They'll swing it quickly over. Now they get a paint touch to Tetzloff, then a kickback, but a three up top is no good as Terwilliger cuts in front and takes it away on the rebound. 1 for 2 from outside for the Bobcats. Governors will try to take their first lead of the night. A minute and a half into this one. Terwilliger up top. It'll be a big battle, Terwilliger and Tetzloff, but underneath you've got a counter for Corday Austin, and well, he and Jaron Deal had an assist and a bucket on the first possession, and they'll reverse roles here. It's Deal feeding to Austin, who gets a nice reverse underneath. Easy bucket for the Governors, who have 5 in a row, but the Bobcats come right back inside. And it is Bergen Tetzloff, fed by Jace Bauer, to tie this one up at 5-5. 2 minutes gone by. First quarter, Tetzloff has been, I imagine he's an all-state caliber player. He really gets the job done on both sides, and he's a great rebounder too. But here comes Terwilliger backing in. Tetzloff gets a clean block, but Terwilliger catches it. The loose one. Here's Ahartz. He'll pivot and spin, and actually there's a foul and a hold called in the lane. I was expecting a traveling violation, but Noah Lease is guilty of a foul first. That might be a break for the Governors. The lob comes to the paint. Austin can't reach it, but the Governors keep it alive. The loose ball picked up as Ahartz feeds over to Lincoln Dilgis, and a 14-footer hit from the left elbow, which is to our right, coming towards us. And the Govs are back up front, 7-5 early on. Good start for both offenses, really. Here's Tetzloff on the left block, kicks it back up top. Lease puts it on the floor, drives, has too much of it. It's off the glass and picked up underneath by Terwilliger. Well, the miss for the Bobcats, but the Governors go quickly in a transition bucket, finished by Lincoln Dilgis. As Pierre gets 2 in a row, and they lead 9-5. Dilgis going for a loose ball. The last a touch, it's out of bounds on the far end of the floor. It'll be Bobcat basketball. See Jace Bauer for the Bobcats has a face mask on. Possibly got schmucked in the schnoz earlier this season. Brookings goes long on the lob, and Jones Huntermer has to run it down a long way into the backcourt, but he'll head back the other way and face up in that Governor 2-3 zone. Pierre in road green tonight. White numbers, black trim. Defending on the far end. Brookings is down to 10 on the shot clock. The Governors get a tip and a takeaway underneath. It was Dilgis who gets a hand on the baseline pass. Pierre up by 4, looking for more, and Ahartz is blocked cleanly. Caden Ahartz wanted to shoot a 3, but Jace Bauer flies by and gets the block. Brookings gets it back the other way now. A takeaway by Jaron Deal. Tip of a pass. He'll come to a stop and let Huntermer fly by. Deal with a big play. He's got 5, and the Governors lead 11-5. 4 minutes gone by, 4 to go, 4:01 to be exact, and Brookings will take their first timeout of the night. Timeouts in our broadcast are brought to you by the folks at Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to a good start for Pierre Governor basketball.
Tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at GrahamTire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Back and forth we went early, but the Governors are on a 6-0 run. Welcome back to Brookings High School, the Bob Jostad Gym. Always a good gym to play in, a good game to watch a game from. Hope to give you a good game to listen to as well. But Brookings skips one across the way, and Jones Huntemer, who can hit them from distance, does just that. And a 6-point deficit cut in half by Brookings. It's now 11-8. 3.5 minutes to go. We're in quarter number 1. Governors coming towards us. Here's Austin up for the jam. Fed on a backdoor pass by Lincoln Dilgis, and Corday Austin getting up and throwing one down. How about that? Right on the money. Highlight play, the first of the game for the Governors, as Brookings wants 3 more. This time from the right wing, it's no good. Austin will rebound. Huntemer doesn't get this one after hitting his last one. Now Ahart's trying to get it to Terwilliger. It was tipped right back to him. He keeps it alive. Austin right on the money with that jam. The highlight play from Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Here's Dilgis. Short baseline effort, fading away. Can't get it to go. Lease will rebound. Dilgis 2 for 4 to start. Govs lead by 5, 13-8. And it's Tetzloff underneath, but too far underneath the basket. It's a miss, but here's a takeaway on the outlet. It was a Terwilliger rebound off of a miss from Hayden Jones. But then Drew Johnson hanging around the backcourt, and he is able to lay one up and in off of the steal. First turnover for the Governors tonight. 13-10 our score. Austin will quick fire a 3 from the right corner. No good, though. Head back the other way, as Brookings can tie it back up again. 2-minute mark, first quarter. This is Lease on the left wing. Austin in his face. Now a quick fire for Johnson off the top of the off the back of the backboard, back of the rim, we should say. And then it goes up and hits one of the support structures, and it'll be ruled out of bounds. Brookings 2 out of 5 from long range so far. They do like to shoot them from out there, especially if Tetzloff cannot get his touches inside. Lease and Johnson, actually Johnson's still in there. Noah Lease is out. Hayden Jones is also back out, as he was in there briefly. Jace Bauer back in, facing up on Corday Austin. He'll pull up from 15, left side. It's no good. Dill just keeps it alive and then knocks one off of the leg of Bauer. It'll be Pierre basketball. Couple of quick shots from Corday Austin on the last couple of possessions. Neither one of them hit. It'll be interesting to see how long Coach Aker lets that go, because he wants possessions being run. But out of the inbound, another 3 attempted here by Jaron Deal. He hit one earlier, but not this time. Tetzloff rebounds for the Bobcats, who trail 13-10 with the basketball. Minute 20 left here in our first quarter. Right to left, they skip it across. Now swing it back. And on the move is number 10, Gavin Anderson, one of the other primary subs. Here's Deal with a steal, his second. Up ahead in Austin. He couldn't jam this one, but the transition basket is good. And Corday Austin with 6 points early on. Governor transitions so far, playing very well. Here's Bauer, tied up on the floor. It'll be a simultaneous possession in the Governors, as Ahart's gets into that simultaneous possession with Jace Bauer. Will induce the jump ball, and Brookings will turn it over for the 4th time. Tetzloff is checking out. Jones Huntemer back in. They lose 3 inches, but they lose some body mass on that substitution as well. 15-10, Governors on top as we're in the final minute. 45 seconds counting down quarter number 1. Govs swing it around the perimeter. Logan Whitty on the floor for the first time. He's got it now. Then gets it to Dilgis at the free throw line. Dilgis will find Ahart's left wing. 3 ball is no good. It'll dance across. Bauer down with the rebound. Brookings looking to run. Coach Fredrickson hoping to push the tempo according to keys to success earlier on. Shot clock is off with 20 ticks to play in the first. And they'll reset with Andrew Hines, a 5'11 sophomore, who will set things up with 10 seconds to go. Brookings taking their time. Hines is going to come straight down the lane. Left-handed shot over Terwilliger is off the back of the rim, no good. And an offensive rebound. Bauer with a hook shot falling away. Will not get it to go. And we will go to the second quarter of play. Good start for the Governors on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's Pierre 15 and Brookings 10 scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We're back in 60 seconds for more Pierre Governor basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Buying or selling a home is a big decision. You need an expert who knows the market and gets results. Scott Darnall at Lee Real Estate in Pierre brings experience, local knowledge, and a no-nonsense approach to help you navigate every step. Whether you're looking for the perfect home or the best offer, Scott is committed to making the process smooth and stress-free. Ready to make your next move? Call Scott Darnall at 605-220-2676. Lee Real Estate, Meredith Lee, broker, owner.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
They hit 2 threes. The Govs hit 1, but the Governors have 4, if not 6 points in transition. They're running the floor a little bit better than the home team tonight. But the Bobcats have the opening possession here in our second period. Brian Oakland with play-by-play. Bergen Tetzloff on the right block. Zips it back out. Noah Lease on the move. Nowhere to go. 4 to shoot. He backs it back out. Air balls. Tetzloff caught it, but he couldn't put it back up and in. And Terwilliger will rebound as the Governors able to defend that opening possession of Brookings. Aiden Aharts will take one from Jaron Deal. Zip it to the left side to our right. Austin with an open lane, misses it short, catches his own rebound, and he's fouled in the act on the way back up. So Corday Austin, who had a slam dunk, which I think was only his 3rd of the season, if I remember right, in that first quarter, had another opportunity, but couldn't quite time the jump right. But he did make the basket, which is the most important thing, and he makes the first of 2 free throws here. Got to get used to this Brookings scoreboard and see who the fouling party was. I didn't really catch that. 2-5, Tetzloff. Huh? And Corday will get the second free throw. Tetzloff's first personal. 17-10, Governors lead. Early on, their early biggest lead of the game. They'll get it across the timeline. Tetzloff quickly back out to Johnson, looking for 3 on a step back. It's no good, but Jace Bauer gets another offensive rebound. He's doing a good job in that department. Now another 3. Johnson can't hit this one, and there's Caden Aharts to bring it down. Johnson hit his first one, but has missed the next 3. Now it's Austin faking the 3. Here we'll slow it up, try to choose some more clock here. Now Aharts to Terwilliger off the right elbow. He backs it out. Finds Aharts again, who drives, then picks it up, and that shot was altered. And a good job defensively by the Bobcats. Huntermer rebounds. Lease up ahead. Back to Huntermer, now in to Tetzloff, and a little underhand feed to the left block, but the shot is missed by Bauer. Dilgis will rebound. Brookings misses an opportunity there. Austin fakes 3, drives into traffic. There's a foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Well, some of the things, as Coach Aker mentioned, we probably have a lot of mirror images between Pierre and Brookings. And some of the things that the Bobcats are struggling with right now do seem to be things that we've seen over the course of the season from the Pierre Governors. Namely, lately, the inability to hit their bunnies. First shot here, good for Austin. And he'll get another one. Second one is good. Caleb Brozick, did you see who fouled him on that one? 1-2, thank you. Drew Johnson's first personal. I may have to continue to consult my cameraman all night long. That scoreboard that I'm looking at is a long ways away, and my eyes just aren't good. And I'm looking through the basketball structure. The camera view might be able to see it a little bit better. Meanwhile, the Governors have a nice 9-point lead. Brookings looking for three, top of the key. It will not go. Softly away, but falling down to Terwilliger off of the miss by Noah Lease. Bobcats were 2 for 5 in the first period, but 0 for 3 so far in the second. Terwilliger on the baseline, out to Aharts. That 3 ball's off the mark, though, no good. A little bit short as well. Rebound down to Lease, and the Bobcats head the other way with 5:15 to play in the first half. Bauer steps into the free throw line, nowhere to go, but he has to kick it back out again. Tetzloff, another quick pass and a reverse. Comes up short, but Bauer gets a push, I believe, by Terwilliger. And Coop will pick up his first personal. Or is that his second? Oh, it's Corday Austin. Well, I thought I saw Cooper Terwilliger in the area. But shots coming here from the stripe, the first of the night for Brookings, and Jace Bauer will get his first point. Okay, it was Terwilliger, not Austin on that foul. Second one is also good. Are you seeing that at the scorer's table now? Okay. So a little mini run by the Governors ended by Brookings here. With those 2 free throws, it's back to a 7-point ball game. Here on top, 19-12. Must-win game for both of these teams. Maybe for slightly different reasons, but the ultimate goal is the same. Stay in or get into that Sodak 16. If the Governors happen to lose this game, I don't think they stay in the Sodak 16 rankings. Here's Aharts, and I think I heard a slap, but the shot no good. Rebound pulled down by the Bobcats. They're getting a bunch of rebounds so far in this first half. So are the Governors, in fact. It's 11-10 Brookings in that category. Here on a bit of a cold snap right now. Still leading 19-12. Brookings with a lot of skip passes. They get it up top. Quickly into Tetzloff. And another kick out here. This time it's Jones-Huntemer who hits his second 3 of the evening. That's 5 in a row for Brookings, who are back within 4 now. 19-15. Terwilliger out of the left wing. Skips it across. Deal for 3 in the right corner. Won't go. Tetzloff has Terwilliger blocked out. As Brookings heads in the other direction again. Gavin Anderson on the floor gets it into Tetzloff. A little acrobatic hook shot. Won't go, and he'll tie up with Dilgis on the rebound, and Pierre will have the possession arrow. No, that's a foul on Tetzloff. So give Dilgis the rebound. And Bergen will have to check out with his second personal. I started to talk about it in the first half. I think Tetzloff at the end of the season, you're probably going to see all-state caliber numbers. But with he and Terwilliger here facing up against each other, you're going to see 2 very similar styles. And so far, Tetzloff has 2 points. Terwilliger has none. Meanwhile, Brookings hits another 3, 2 in a row. And we've got a 1-point ball game as the Bobcats have run off 8 straight. Noah Lease will send us to a Governor timeout. Timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling and Pierre. 19-18, mid-second quarter. We're back after this 30-second break. This is Pierre Governor basketball.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
18 a few minutes ago. Now it's 19. I should say it was 19-10. Now it's 19-18. Governors trying to value their possessions a little bit more. Maybe spend a little more time in each possession to make sure they get a good look. Here's Austin for 3. That's good. Fed by Logan Whitty. It's a similar shot to what they've been trying to shoot earlier, but they have been rushing things a little bit. And this time, at least, that shot clock got wound down a bit. Big return for Corday Austin out of that Coca-Cola timeout. Pierre leads 22-18. Lease, who hit one a moment ago, thought about it, top of the key. Gets it back, and he will fire. This one online, and it's good. Noah Lease with 2 in a row, fed by Hayden Jones, who's in there in place of Bergen Tetzlaff now. Back to a 1-point game, 22-21. Here's Whitty, give and go. Deal off the glass, and it's good. Off balance for Jaron Deal. With his 3rd field goal, he has 7. Whitty with back-to-back assists off the bench. Sincere Wilson is also on the floor for the first time tonight, 5'11 senior for Pierre. Terwilliger in there, but Bergen Tetzlaff is not. It's Hayden Jones who had it at the right elbow. Then a kick out, looking for a tie. This time, though, it's no good from Jones Huntermer. Governor's down with it as Deal brings it up the floor. He'll get into 2 defenders. He passed it off to Terwilliger, but as Brookings looks for a travel, they won't get that. It'll be a hold on 3-2 Hayden Jones. That's the 3rd in the quarter, by my count, for Brookings. Whitty and Wilson out. Aharts and Dilgis back in. 4th for Brookings in the quarter. That puts Pierre in the bonus now with 1:43 to play in the second period as Joe Fredrickson sends in Andrew Haig, a 5'8 junior, off the bench. Here's an open look for Aharts, top of the key, but unable to get it to go. Aharts struggling a bit from distance. You're still leading by 3, 24-21. Lease picks up his dribble, top of the key. Over to the right, inside. It goes to Huntermer. Terwilliger says nothing there. Lease will try it again. 15 on the shot clock for the Cats. On the far end of the floor. Try the right side. Lease back into the high post. Huntermer with a long hook shot off the glass. No good. Jones is there to clean it and put it back up and in. Hayden Jones with a basket that the Governors probably weren't expecting. We've got a 1-point game again. Deal loses the dribble, but Austin is there on the edge to pick it up in front of the Bobcat bench. Final minute of the second period. 40 seconds counting down. 15 on the shot clock for this Governor possession. Here's a lob inside. Dilgis to Terwilliger. Jones gets a hand on it. Now a loose ball saved by Brookings. The takeaway by the Bobcats. Now a loose ball again at the Pierre bench. Out of bounds it'll go. Terwilliger had it on the right side, and then he tried to get over to the left side for a more open look. But ultimately, that gave Hayden Jones an opportunity to catch back up to him. And Terwilliger comes away empty. And now with 26.9 seconds left, Bergen Tetzlaff checks back in for the Bobcats, who can use the rest of the quarter to play for one last shot. If they can get something down, they can take the lead into halftime. Pierre leading right now, 24-23. We've had 2 ties in this game. 1 lead change as Brookings had scored first with a 3-pointer. Lease on the move. Governors, a good defense job, I thought, but there's a whistle with 5 seconds to go that may send Lease to the free throw line. He missed, and then Brookings put it back up and in, but I think the foul here is on the layup attempt for Noah Lease. He is the one going to the free throw line. And Cooper Terwilliger picks up his second personal. Lease will have to earn it from the stripe. First one is good. Here at a 19-10 lead early in this second period, but ever since, it's been a 14-5 run for the Bobcats. Tetzlaff will check out with 2 fouls. And as the horn sounded for another sub, shooter already had the basketball, but he gave it back up, and the officials blew that whistle. But the shooter is the one being subbed in for, as Lease will fire from the stripe. No good. Terwilliger rebounds. 5 seconds to go, and Austin will get run into at half court. Least tried to close the gap, and that's a big foul for Brookings is what it is the fifth in the quarter. And Corday Austin, with 2.6 seconds left, is going to get 2 free throws in the bonus. Foul on Lease is his second. Austin to shoot a pair. Couple of gift opportunities here. Shooter's touch on the first one for Corday Austin. And Terwilliger will check out. Wilson is in. Of course, the Governors don't want him to pick up a third foul. Tetzloff will check back in. He was briefly substituted by Jennings Huntemer, a freshman, big freshman off the bench. Now Austin to shoot another one. From the line, Corday is good. He's got 15 in the first half. The Govs lead 26-24. Brookings will throw a baseball pass to Tetzloff, and the shot is blocked. Is there a foul? Jaron Deal with a blocked shot to deny Bergen Tetzloff. I don't know if he can get up there and slam it. Maybe he was looking for it, but Jaron Deal, the 6-footer, right on the money with a highlight defensive play. 0.7 of a second. Brookings still has. They're looking for Tetzloff. Oh, it's up and in. Tetzloff with a little alley-oop. It's counting. A great feed from Drew Johnson. A great finish from Bergen Tetzloff. And we are all knotted up as we go to halftime. Even with 0.7 of a second, that's a pretty good play. And definitely a shot that is counted for Brookings. So Jaron Deal was right on the money with a block, but Bergen Tetzloff from Drew Johnson right on the money with a highlight play to finish our first half. Such plays like that when you're right on the money, brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. We'll go to the break, though. 3-minute timeout. Haven't decided anything yet. It's 26-26, Pierre and Brookings. The scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre, our wealth partners. Ameriprise Financial halftime break is next. This is Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
At Iverson Auto, our legacy is your trust. Whether you're in Mitchell or in Huron, we embody the values that have defined us for generations. We have been your partner on the road since 1948.
We bring decades of expertise to ensure your journey begins with confidence. Our goal is to turn your visit into a memorable experience, leaving you with a smile and peace of mind.
Iverson Auto of Mitchell and Huron are here to make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable every step of the way.
Visit us online at iversonauto.com.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Generational success means different things to different people. But to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family, just getting to do this every day. We're Agtegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Agtegra Cooperative.
Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
If new home construction or a major renovation project is on the top of your list for 2026, then let's kickstart your plans with an interest rate as low as 3.99%. A construction loan at Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is tough to beat and definitely something you can build on. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details or stop by a friendly and convenient branch location today. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step toward better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Service Master of Pierre has been proudly serving Pierre and Fort Pierre for over 40 years. They offer professional carpet and upholstery cleaning, post-construction cleanup, residential and janitorial services, and thorough disinfection cleans. Service Master Restore provides expert water, smoke, fire, mold, and odor damage restoration, along with drying, dehumidification, and trauma or biohazard cleanup. When disaster strikes, every second counts. Trust the experts who've been doing it for over 40 years. Service Master of Pierre. Get clean today.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Need a boost? Want to start feeling better? Atlas Chiropractic in Winter now offers hyperbaric oxygen therapy. This state-of-the-art treatment increases tissue oxygen levels by over 1,200%, helping boost the body's natural healing processes by more than 70%. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy can help with sports injuries, nerve and brain injuries, including concussions, vascular and blood vessel issues, fibromyalgia, and other inflammatory conditions. This treatment is FDA approved and research proven. Visit Atlas Chiropractic in Winter, home to one of the few heart chambers in the state of South Dakota. Call today and start maximizing your healing.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Tonight, Brandon Valley surprising T area 25-17 at halftime. Sioux Falls Lincoln leading Roosevelt in the battle of number 1 versus number 2. Lincoln with a 30-18 lead at halftime. Governors will meet Mitchell at Riggs High Gym on Friday. Mitchell has a 37-34 lead late in the third quarter. More scores coming up later. Meanwhile, we're underway as the Comtech first possession of the second half belongs to the Governors. Caden Aharts tries a three. He was online but can't get it to go. Brookings down with the rebound as they speed it across, but miss an opportunity. Pass through the hands of a player in transition. They're able to keep it alive. They still have the possession here. Brookings in home white, red numbers, black letters, black trim, working it inside to Tetzloff. And Cooper Terwilliger had a blocked shot, but then Terwilliger down with the rebound. Wanted to get it to a guard, and he fumbles it out of bounds. So technically a block and a rebound for Terwilliger, who wins that battle with Tetzloff. But Brookings gets it back on what will be just the fourth turnover of the evening for the Pierre Governors. Brookings heading far court to near the Governors in road green. When they're on offense, head the other way to the far end of the floor. Tetzloff on the baseline, and the finish is up and good by Jace Bauer. With his first field goal tonight, he has 4 points. Brookings takes their first lead at 28-26. Check it, their second lead. Again, they scored first and led 3-2. Then the Govs scored 5 in a row after that. Austin trying to get a backdoor cut on a pass to Jaron Deal, but Tetzloff with a big mitt in there. He knocks it away and out of bounds. Pierre will throw in from the corner. Jaron Deal, Cooper Terwilliger, Lincoln Dilgis, Corday Austin, Caden Ahart's in there for Pierre. And now as Bauer gets into the in front in the inbound, got a hand on it. The ball goes out of bounds off the foot of Corday Austin. So a couple of turnovers and giveaways by the Governors. Brookings looks to add to their 2-point lead, and they do. Tetzloff off the glass over Terwilliger. It's up and good. Brookings with just one win on the season. That was a 9-point win over Rapid City Stevens within the last couple of weeks. Austin fakes three, gets a man in the air, dribbles and stops at the free throw line, then finds Dilgis. Rain-making 16-footer by Lincoln Dilgis from the left corner. is up and good. Dilge has 6. And the Governors are back even. Take that back. They're back within 2 at 30-28. But here's an Austin steal. Picked off by Deal. Up ahead, Jaron with the contact from Lease is off the glass and good for 2. Now we're back even, are the Governors. 5th tie of the game. It's 30-30. Swinging around to the Bobcats to the corner. Bauer to our right. He tries to throw it off of Aharts, but Caden Aharts is able to stop it and steal it. Now transition for the Governors. Aharts into traffic. Picks up a foul. Unfortunately for him, will go to the free throw line. I was a little concerned that maybe Caden got a little ahead of himself and a little out of control, but fortunate to pick up a foul call here. And the foul, I believe, is Noah Lease's 3rd personal. Aharts to shoot a pair, but the first one rims in and out. It's no good. It's been a tough night for Caden Aharts so far. He does not have a field goal down. Not for lack of trying. First free throw of the night rims in and out. The second one does go, though, his first point, and the Governors are back in front at 31-30. This one probably goes down to the wire. Two teams that look an awful lot alike in size and stature and play style. And they both have first-year head coaches, which we mentioned earlier, at least at the AA level. Top of the key, Brookings playing the perimeter game. They try to get it into Tetzloff if they can. Here's Bauer down low. He's got it to Tetzloff. He's fouled. Aharts may have gotten in on this one, but Terwilliger was there as well. It will be Aharts with his first personal, and Bergen Tetzloff will make his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Kind of alluded with Coach Fredrickson back in our pregame conversation about the ability of both of these big men on the football field. Of course, you know about Cooper Terwilliger, who has got D1 opportunities. Tetzloff is D1 caliber. I think more of the South Dakota State variety. But he's 0 for 2 on the free throw line, and Cooper Terwilliger cuts in, gets his 8th rebound of the night. Under 5 minutes to go. We're just underway, second half, 3rd period. Jaron Deal on the right side, dribbles back up top, finds Dilgis. Then Corday Austin, he of the 15-point first half. Hesitation, Deal to the baseline, fades back, and that shot altered by Bauer. Tetzloff will catch it on the fly. Deal with a good idea, but couldn't get it executed. Now Brookings looking for the lead back, an extra pass. Bauer to Tetzloff, and it's up and in for 2. Bergen Tetzloff with 8 points now, and the lead switches back to the Bobcats on their home floor, 32-31. Governors in the 16 spot right now. This would be a crushing loss if they do lose this game. It would be any victory, obviously, would be big for Brookings. And Terwilliger's pass, the pass to Terwilliger. Cooper does a great job of keeping it alive. Then he gets it underneath to Austin. Corday tries a right-to-left reverse, caught under the backboard. But he is fouled in the act of shooting, and Brookings can't believe it. Joe Fredrickson is vehemently denying the foul call here. I think they thought they had a clean block. And, this one hurts a bit. It was Tetzloff's 3rd personal. Maybe they're not denying a foul. They're just denying who it was given to. They do not want Tetzloff to have to spend any time off the floor any more than they need to. But he is out with 3 personals now. Joined by Jace Bauer. That after the first free throw is hit by Corday Austin. That one for the tie. The second one for the lead, and that is good. Corday is a perfect 8 for 8 from the stripe. Pierre back in front, 33-32. Jennings Huntemer, the freshman, back in as the Governors show a full court press now, and Dill just takes one away. An interception across the timeline. Here looking to add to a 1-point lead. Aharts up top to Deal. Quickly inside. They're looking for Terwilliger, but Huntemer gets a hand on that and knocks it away. Terwilliger struggling on the floor tonight, even without Bergen-Tetzlaff defending right now. This is Drew Johnson to our left. He'll skip it across to our right. Jones-Huntemer in there. Johnson again. Now Huntemer has it back to Hayden Jones for a corner three from the left side. That's no good. Bobcats will mishandle it out of bounds. And if you're the Governors right now, who will take over with 3:05 to play, and they'll put it in play after Corday Austin ties a shoe, Pierre up 33-32. It is imperative, in my opinion, for the Governors to dominate this game when you do not have Bergen-Tetzlaff in. Keep going to Terwilliger, see what Jennings-Huntemer can do against him defensively. Of course, Corday Austin has had a good night tonight. You still want to keep him involved. Here's Austin. Left wing will step inside the arc. Jumper from 15 comes up short. And it's Jones with the rebound for the Bobcats. Still in a one-point game. Govs up 33-32. We're at 2:35 of the third quarter. Cats around to their left side. Up top, Johnson. Now, or actually, this is Johnson for three. It's up no good and a long rebound. We've got a foul on a push by Jones-Huntemer, who tried to get Caden Aharts out of the way. I think even if Huntemer rebounds that, he might have stepped out of bounds in collecting the rebound and not reestablished position. That's inconsequential. Huntemer's first personal. The Governors will try again with a 1-point lead. 2:12 to go. We're in the third. Here's Austin. Inside to Terwilliger. Outside, Caden Aharts still can't get one to go. Three ball no good. Hayden Jones down with a rebound. Brookings quickly up ahead. Johnson for a three. In transition is good. Drew Johnson. Second three of the night. Bobcats back in front. 35-33. As Deal with a little hesitation tries to get around a defender but is held. And this will be Johnson's second personal. Cubs will make a switch as Aharts checks out. Logan Whitty, the 5'11 junior, the first sub in for Pierre in the second half. Pierre will inbound, lob it in to Austin, rather. Pump fake, shot is up, and it's good. Deal with another assist. Corday Austin's first field goal of the second half. He has 19 in the game, and we are tied up at 35-35. Brookings continues to swing it around the outside. Got it down to the baseline with Jennings-Huntemer, but now it's back out again. Here's Johnson with a jump step inside. That's in and out, no good. Terwilliger rebounds for the Govs. Pierre up the other way. Deal off of contact. Tries one, no good. Terwilliger boards and trying to keep a handle on it. That is off the side of the backboard. Now the Governors are hoping for a foul that never gets whistled. And Pierre comes away empty again as Terwilliger loses it out of bounds. 35-35 it'll remain. Jennings-Huntemer. And maybe a little help from Hayden Jones, keeping Terwilliger off the scoreboard here in the third period with Bergen-Tetzlaff out of the game. Gavin Anderson is in for the Bobcats. He has it now right side to our left. Jones down to the baseline through the hands of Jennings-Huntemer. That'll be picked off by Deal. Up ahead we go. On the other end of the floor, Ahart's still in there. We're back in there. Here's Deal into Terwilliger. It's up and in with a foul and a chance for an and one. Gavin Anderson, guilty of the foul. First field goal of the night, first points of the night for Cooper Terwilliger. And a big basket to put Pierre back in front by two at 37-35 with 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Three-point play is finished, and you can call that one a right-on-the-money highlight play as Cooper Terwilliger was right on the money with his first field goal of the night. Big basket, highlight play sponsored by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Terwilliger checks out. Lincoln Dill just was out. He's back in now. He'll be the height in the middle for the Governors defensively. Shot clock is on, but it's virtually even with the game clock. Less than a second separating the two. Right now we're at 17, 16, 15 on both. 38-35 Governors, whose biggest lead has been 9 in this game. Brookings had a lead of 4 in that third period. Here's Tetzloff back in there. Shot is up, no good against Dilgis. Dilgis with the rebound. The Governors will close out the quarter with a good defensive stop. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, they'll take a 3-point edge to the fourth quarter. Pierre 38, Brookings 35. Our scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. 1 minute away, and we're back for quarter number 4. This is Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Govs. River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Just a quick reminder from the parts team at Grossenberg Implement. The Grossenberg Custom Parts Catalog has some great sale items going on right now. From batteries and lawn care products, you'll also find deals on radios, cameras, spray paint, and cleaners. Whew, there's so much going on in there. Can't fit it all into one spot. So stop in and get your copy. Or let their staff know to add you to the mailer at Grossenberg Implement.
What if we said... back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
38-35, our score. The Governors with the edge in that third period. Got a tight one going on at Riggs High Gym in the girls matchup between these two schools as well. Here's Bergen Tetzloff with a kick back up top and a 3-ball good by Noah Lease. Brookings loves to shoot their threes, and this one puts us back into a tie. The 7th tie of the night. We've had 5 lead changes, make it 6 as well. 38-38. Deal. Pull up from the free throw line. The edge on the left side. That is good. As Jaron Deal is in double figures with 11. 40-38. Govs lead by 2 again. Even early on here in the fourth, as Lease fires a long one from up top. That rims in and out, no good. Austin will rebound. But even in the early stage of the fourth quarter, you can feel that every possession is going to be very, very important. Dill just tries from the right baseline. That's no good. And as Tetzloff moves up ahead to half court, he'll push it up ahead too far. For Jace Bauer, that'll be out of bounds, and turnover number 9 on the night for Brookings. 40-38. Governors lead. I think Brookings took a lead in the girls' game, 34-32. They're still later in the third period, as the Govs led 29-26 at halftime. Here's Corday Austin working on the right block. Shot is up. It won't go. That one looked like it was heading through the hoop, but it does not. He is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And we'll see who the guilty party is here. It appears to be number 5, Jace Bauer, with his first. 2 for Austin at the stripe, who's made a nice living there tonight. First one is good. Second one upcoming. Second one could give the Governors a 2-possession lead. We still have a heck of a lot of time here in the fourth quarter. Corday is good again. Corday Austin is 10 for 10 on the free throw line tonight. Governors have struggled from the stripe lately. Austin obviously feeling pretty good here in Brookings. The Govs with a 4-point lead, 42-38. Brookings will drive, and off balance here. Lease is no good. Ahart's in the corner. And we'll have a jump ball, and Caden Aharts may have tweaked his right ankle. He's got a hold on it right now. Jace Bauer got in with him to tie him up. It'll be a jump ball, and the Govs will have the possession. But Caden Aharts is getting checked out by the trainer on site here. He's going to get helped up quickly. maybe a bit of a scare. But again, defensively, the Governors do a good job as Noah Lease tried a shot that he kind of took himself out of position to have a good chance of making. He shot it off the side of the backboard. Now over to our right, Caden Aharts is still limping noticeably with a bum right ankle. He's going to be checked out in the hallway. Govs will have to send Logan Whitty into the game. And again, with that jump ball, they will have the possession arrow. 6:13 to play, regulation time now. 42-38, Govs by 4. Deal, near court to far, across the timeline. Bit of a bobble on the first pass by. Here's another one. It's Dilgis who gets it to Corday Austin. Slam number 2 on the night and a backdoor cut. And there is a foul to go along with it. Dilgis fumbled the pass. He had to go to the Governor's sideline. And then on that backdoor cut, he fed from a ways away. Austin right on the money for the second time. He's got a chance at a three-point play. The free throw is good. 11 for 11. And it was Jace Bauer's second personal for the second time tonight. It's Austin on a backdoor cut, able to slam one home. Right on the money is Corday Austin. Highlight plays from Rounds Financial Services in Pierre. Here's a 3 from the left edge. It's no good. Battle on the floor. Tetzloff on his backside comes down with it and gets it away for an offensive rebound. Johnson will try again. This one also no good. And it's Corday Austin with a clean board this time. The Governors have upped their lead to 7 with 7 in a row. 45-38 and a chance to do some more damage here. Austin on the right wing, hands off to Deal. Now gets it in to Terwilliger. Right block, up top, Deal, and he'll come up short on a bad shot this time. Don't know if that one was, it was certainly altered, but it was not deflected. It'll be Brookings basketball. Jaron's had a good game tonight, but he didn't look good on that shot attempt. You see on the far end of the floor, out of the hallway, Caden Ahart's coming back in after rolling his ankle. And he looks a little better off now. Brookings setting up their offense. They're taking a little while to do so. They get Jones-Huntermer, their right side. Lease back to Huntermer, open for 3. Good. Jones-Huntermer hits one. And a 7-point Pierre lead becomes 4 again, 45-41. Timeout taken here by the Cats, and we'll take it with them. A 30-second break, I believe it'll be. A Coca-Cola break in the action. And it is a 1-minute timeout. We'll take 60, and we'll be back with more from the fourth quarter. Pierre Governor basketball.
Bank isn't a place to lock up money. It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Brookings showing a little in the full court, a little presence. Pierre is able to break that. Pierre leads by 4, 45-41. Glad to have you back here. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Get a station break here in a moment. Jaron Deal tries to make a move around Bergen Tetzloff, and he'll lose it off of his knee. It'll be out of bounds. That's the 7th turnover for the Governors.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, and K296FI, Pierre. Put the phone down. Focus on driving.
Brookings back with it. They hit a 3 a moment ago. They're second of the second half. They're 7th in the game. Hayden Jones in. Now step back for Jones Huntermer, who hit the last one. He tries to drive baseline instead. Looking for a kick across to Bauer, but Lincoln Dilgis will knock it away out of bounds with 15 on the shot clock. Governors, who've been playing a little bit better defensively, had a good defensive effort at Huron last week. I'd say defending fairly well tonight, but still could use a little more on that offensive end. They'd love to have a little bit of a cushion. 4 on the shot clock, a jump shot 3, in and out, no good, in desperation for Noah Lease. Governors have the rebound as Jaron Deal gets it across the timeline. No pressure in the full court that time, but now Hayden Jones will intercept a Corday Austin pass. And there's Tetzloff. He can't get it to go from point-blank range, but there is a foul. And he'll have free throws coming as Logan Whitty denies the bunny enough. But again, the Govs have to value possessions, and Hayden Jones had an easy interception, either good anticipation or a bad pass on the part of the Governors. Here's Tetzloff at the free throw line, but he misses the first. Foul for Logan Whitty, his first. He checks out. Caden Aharts, who rolled his right ankle a few minutes ago, is back in there now after getting some attention from the trainer. Second free throw, no good for Tetzloff. He's 0 for 4 from Freetown. And the Governors maintain a 4-point advantage. 45-41, under 3.5 minutes to play, quarter number 4. And we'll have a foul as Jones Huntermer tries to get a steal from Jaron Deal. Huntermer's second personal. And in the quarter, this will be number 3 as a team for Brookings. Jace Bauer checks back out. Drew Johnson in for Brookings. Ahart's in the corner. Baseline to Terwilliger. Cooper, this time to Dilgis, but that's off the back of the rim. No good. Jones with a Bobcat rebound. I could be nitpicky all night long, but that was one that I wish I would have loved to have seen Dilgis use the square. But he tried to finesse it home. 45-41 it remains. We're under 3 minutes in the fourth. Here comes Tetzloff around Terwilliger. There's a foul. The shot won't go. But Cooper T will pick up his third personal. The second is a team for the Governors in the fourth quarter. Clock stops with 2:48 to play. Govs on the road here at Brookings tonight. They host the Mitchell Colonels. And the old 3AA rivalry renewed back at Rigside Gym on Friday night. Tetzloff to shoot a pair, but the first one is off the right side. It's no good. He'll try another. And this one is up, and it's good. His first one down in 6 attempts. That cuts the lead to 3 at 45-42, a one-possession game. Governors will work against a Brookings full-court press on a made basket. Pierce skips it across. Austin in the left corner. Fakes the 3. It'll be Deal who fires and hits a big one. Jaron Deal for a triple. And the Governors will get a timeout as the lead doubles to 6 at 48-42. Full timeout for Pierre with 2:33 to play. We're back in 60 seconds with more Pierre Governor basketball.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
But what a shot by Jaron Deal. He hits a big one. Not necessarily a highlight play, but a highlight shot that comes at a good time for the Governors. Right on the money was Jaron Deal. That highlight shot sponsored by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Pierre leads by 6, 48-42. We welcome you back to Joe Stad Gym in Brookings. Bobcats on the floor and a nice drive. It's up, no good, though, for Noah Lease, and Deal comes down with a rebound. It looked like Tetzloff was there to get it back up and in, but the ball just took a little bit too high of a bounce off the rim, off the miss by Lease. So Brookings comes up empty on a golden opportunity, and we hit the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Governors underneath to Dilgis, and we'll have a foul called on the Bobcats here as it is Jones-Huntermer who interrupts the progress of Lincoln Dilgis. Huntermer picks up his third this late in the game. We have a few players now with 3 personal fouls, Terwilliger included for the Governors, Noah Lease and Jones-Huntermer for Brookings. But we are under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, so not really big foul trouble. There's Austin with a nice slice and dice layup. He and Deal are working extremely well on the inbound plays underneath the basket tonight. 50-42. Govs' biggest lead in this game was 9 back at 19-10. This is their biggest lead of the second half. Here's Tetzloff inside, no good, and now he'll get tied up, or tangled up is a better word, with Cooper Terwilliger. And the putback is missed, and it has to be a foul on Terwilliger. Not much he could do. He just got his arm tangled up with the arm of Bergen Tetzloff. That after an offensive rebound. Tetzloff to shoot 2, and the first one is up, no good. It's been a struggle on the line for Tetzloff. So even though Terwilliger picks up his 4th personal, they might have the right guy at the line if you're the Governors, and that is Tetzloff. The second one rims in and out, no good, as Dilgis is down with a rebound. Still an 8-point lead for the Governors, 50-42. Almost a fumble of the dribble by Austin. Here's Deal underneath to Terwilliger. He tries a left-handed hook on a reverse. It won't go. Tetzloff out of there with it. Up ahead and run down by Aharts, even on a bum ankle as he's favoring it. That's a good hustle play by Aharts. In fact, the Bobcats will lose it out of bounds. It'll be Pierre basketball. Turnover number 10 for Brookings. Aharts, he shuffled a little bit when he shouldn't have, but they get it in. Pierre gets it across. That last possession, the Governors played it a little maybe too much of a hurry. This is the time when you want to choose some clock, and now Austin will be fouled on the floor. Jace Bauer getting the job done there. And that is 5 as a team for the Bobcats. 50-42. The Governors in the final minute are in the driver's seat, but they've got to hit some more free throws and salt this thing away right now. Austin to shoot a pair. First one's good. Subbing out is Bauer. Coming in is Jones-Huntermer again. First free throw makes it a 9-point lead. Second one for Corday Austin is up and good. The dude is perfect at 13 for 13 from the line tonight, and Pierre has their biggest lead of the evening, 52-42. Down the lane, challenged shot. Lease can't hit it. Loose ball picked up by Tetzloff. He'll put it up and in. And Joe Fredrickson will get a timeout here for Brookings. 39.9 seconds to play. Let's pause for 30 seconds in this Coca-Cola break in the action. Govs lead 52-44. We're back in 30 on River 92.7.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Their second of the season, and Jaron Deal's pass inbounds leads to a collision. We've got players from both teams down. Meanwhile, Brookings hits a three from the corner. That's Drew Johnson. And another timeout. Actually, maybe not a timeout. We've got Dilgis involved. He's up, but he's still feeling the burn. I wonder if these guys lock knees a little bit, but Jones Huntermer is still on the floor for the Bobcats. The Governors could not get the ball inbounds. And meanwhile, Johnson hits the three to make this a 5-point game, 52-47. Stoppage of play with the injury timeout, still sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre, as Jones Huntermer gets some attention right between the top of the key and the center circle in the near part of the court. I don't know if either team has taken a timeout here, but Huntermer will be helped up, and he appears to be favoring his left knee, I'm going to say. Jones Huntermer, he and Jennings playing with emotion tonight, as their mother was honored in her battle with breast cancer before the game this evening. So Brookings is playing with certain emotion and incentive. And that steal and a three really changes things up here. Everybody's going to stack the baseline here. The Governors will go on a bunch of go routes as Deal comes close and short to Corday Austin. He'll be fouled as Bauer will pick up his fourth, if not Johnson. It is Jace Bauer. And I've got him with 4. So Corday Austin goes to the other end with 31 seconds left. And again, still a 2-possession game after Johnson hit that 3. Corday can change that a bit. First free throw coming up. And it's good. 53-47. With another one pending. Govs have all 5 starters on the floor right now. Second one for Corday, and he's still perfect. 15 of 15 on the line for Corday Austin. A 7-point ball game. Pierre leads. Noah Lease dribbled into traffic. He kicks one out, and Bauer is unable to hit a 3. And then I believe it's Tetzloff, the last to touch. It's out of bounds in Pierre basketball. Jaron Deal has to get it in. And this one taken away by Tetzloff, but he saves it, and it's back into the hands of Deal. And then there will be a foul. Technically not a steal, as Tetzloff didn't have it in the quarter of play. And with 16.7 seconds left, Chase Bauer, who's been very active in this game, but he's going to foul out. His last 2 fouls have been by necessity, just to try to stop the clock. He'll finish with 4 points, but he played a better game than just a 4-point game. He's got a lot of other stats for the Bobcats in this game. So now Deal at the line for the first time tonight, and JD hits the first one with another one pending. Second one is also good, as I was trying to do some quick math on the Corday Austin stat sheet. Here's a desperation 3 off the mark, no good. That'll do it, as Corday Austin catches that attempt from Drew Johnson, and the Governors are going to win their 5th ball game of the season, as they will defeat the Brookings Bobcats on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard by the score of 56-47. Scoreboard sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We've got snow coming. It will get colder. Use Gales Gas Service's budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long, and manage your heating needs all year long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Good win for the Governors. Brookings played well, but will fall to 1-15 on the season. Pierre improves to 5-11 and bolsters their position at the number 16 spot, or at least trying to do what they can to stay in that SODAC 16 power rankings. Maybe they'll move up a little bit as well. Plenty to talk about, but the Govs win on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard 56-47. As we pause for 3 minutes, and the postgame is next. Postgame brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. We'll talk about it when we return. You're listening to Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Dr. Ryan and his team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg would like to thank their wonderful patients for allowing us to treat their whole family, from infants to elders and everyone in between, including routine dental care, same-day crowns and bridges, implants, and many more procedures. We are excited that soon we'll be able to offer IV sedation. We are excited for what the future will bring. Call 224-7774 to schedule an appointment today. Again, thank you to all our wonderful patients.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
I'm Scott Nye. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan is crucial. When it comes to your finances, you deserve one too. At New Edge Advisors, our name is new, but our commitment to you isn't. We're the same trusted team you've known, and we've expanded our playbook of resources to help you plan for retirement, manage investments, and protect your future. Let's build the strategy that gets your financial future into the end zone.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District, backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Back at Joe Stad Gym in Brookings as the Governors pick up a big victory here tonight. And the Governors 4-11 coming in, improved to 5-11 on the season. And it was just looking back. I wanted to look back on the schedule to see, what the streak is that they break here. They do go back 4 games since the 5th one ago when they defeated the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Govs with a big win, and Coach Larry Aker has climbed the bleachers to come and talk about this one here. This is our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and, and in Gettysburg. Good win for you tonight, Coach, is 56-47. This Brookings team, this was really a must-win for both of these teams, and it's a big night that you come in here on the road, and it's I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is always a tough place to play. Good teams or struggling teams, it doesn't matter. Brookings always puts up a good fight. Certainly another physical ESD battle, but you come up with big plays tonight when you needed them, and great defense, I think, when you needed it too. Good win tonight.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to jinx us with saying it's hard to play here.
No, I'm just
No.
telling it like it
Yeah.
is, actually.
Yeah, no, I thought we got off to, a good start, a fast start, and we had a couple lapses there in the middle. They hit some shots, but defense, rebound, get to the free throw line and knock them in. I think 19 to 20.
What a great, it's something that you didn't see and hear on a week ago, shooting free throws tonight the way you did.
And like we talked in the pregame, when your shot isn't going, attack the basket. And, they didn't have an answer for Corday. He had a heck of a game offensively, a couple dunks off a play that we ran, and, and then he gets to the free throw line, and he's, a very good free throw shooter. So, offensively, he had a heck of a night.
I can't remember the last time somebody went 15 of 15 from the free throw line. That's just incredible. And he just calm, cool, collected. And, obviously free throws they're free and you've got to take advantage of them, and I think there was still some opportunities missed, obviously, offensively at times. And I'll admit, when Brookings hits those threes in the second quarter and you do lose that lead, that's kind of what I was thinking of when, they like to shoot the threes. But all in all, I'm just impressed with, even Terwilliger, even though Tetzlaff kind of wins that battle tonight. But there was plenty of denials on Cooper's part against Bergen Tetzlaff inside, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And he just creates, and again, I'll go to bat for him any day of the week. And I don't get how, they're saying he's initiating the contact. And I'm like, well, the guy's already leaning on him right now. So you can't tell me he's initiating it. And, a guy his size shouldn't be getting pushed off the block. And they're like, well, he's initiating. I'm like, but again, he is not, so we'll keep after him and, force them to call it. And I know they don't want to call a little ticky tack, but also you gotta officiate the game how it's supposed to be. And you can't give an advantage to a team that just wants to, bully you around and push you off the block. That's not how it's supposed to be meant to play. Make them play defense like they're supposed to. So again, I thought the inside game was, there. We got paint touches and got kicked out. We still, can't get Caden Ahart's going yet. But when he does, he's going to have a big game. We tried getting him going right at the start of the third quarter. He had a great look, and dang, they just keep wobbling in and out and popping out. But it'll start falling here, and when it does, we're, I like our chances even better.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, you've got, obviously you kind of need constants from Corday Austin, and I've got him at 30. The official stats have him at 28 tonight, but which could be his second 30-point game of the season now. But if you get what you need from him, and you get what you can with Cooper Terwilliger, even though he was a little bit neutralized tonight, there's still somebody else, whether it's Dilgis or Deal, and it was Deal tonight who steps up and provides a lot of other offensive opportunities. And, I think tonight you win this game in part because you've got a little bit more versatility in your offensive selection.
Yeah, and then you get Dilgis, making some shots here and there. It's, opportunity. And Jaron did have a heck of a game. He hit that opening three. And then he had a couple, pull-up jumpers as well. And, he's gotten better. He turned it over a couple times at the end here, but, I can't think, in the first part of the game, he did a good job of just taking care of the ball and, valuing that basketball, which is so important for a point guard.
And how important is it that you get 14 assists? I thought the ball movement was really good tonight too.
Yeah, and again, that's, you get it inside and start working off that, start getting some movement, let the defense kind of get lost on their own. You're going to get those assists. And I thought we did a better job of finishing towards the basket again tonight too.
All right, looking ahead, you've got Mitchell, and this is probably the last game you'll play where you probably are the favored team, so it gets tougher from here on out. Mitchell at home, though, and they're not the same Mitchell team that's had a little bit of mystique the last 3 years, but still, obviously a tough opponent. And what have you seen from them so far?
Yeah, again, very similar to us. They got, a couple big post players. They only play one at a time. They start a 6'6" sophomore kid, big physical kid. So again, it's probably, a good matchup for us, and it's going to come down to, rebounding. The guys will be a little jacked. It is going to be, senior night.
Okay.
So we'll recognize them before the game, which, sometimes can be a distraction, but it also, it should mean something to them. And, we talked to them yesterday about we're closing down here. And, guys, we needed this win tonight to, keep us in that top 16. And the rest of the season here, it's winding down fast. And you better go to battle for the guy next year, especially seniors, because it's going to be over before you know it. So, we'll recognize them. And then I don't know if you saw, we're going to have a little gov night afterwards.
Okay.
We have 100 posters printed out, ready to go. So, any little gov, future boy or girl, the first 100 get a poster, and they can get the varsity guys autograph and take pictures with them after the game. So,
all right. Very cool.
I know we're going to recognize the Y-ball teams that night too. Because the Hawaii Hoopla is the next day on Saturday. So hopefully we'll have a lot of little govs there, and, they can come and get a poster and meet the guys and get their autographs.
All right. A lot of good things coming up hoop-wise. I got to ask a couple of things still about the Sodak 16. First of all, you still are you going to get bonus points for the strength of schedule for Bismarck, because you haven't got those yet? And second of all, how much, I know the kids talk about, I know they know where your standing is, but how much do you start to talk about it at this juncture of the season with just 4 games to go now? This obviously was a bigger win than it would have been a detrimental of a loss. But how much are you guys talking about that in practice and focusing on what needs to be done as you go forward now?
Well, we will get the bonus points as soon as they update Bismarck's schedule.
Yeah.
And the last time I looked, they had 1 loss. I don't know if they've
so you should get 9 more points.
Yeah, we should get 9 more bonus points, which will bump us up, quite a bit. That's a big bump. I was looking at it was a couple weeks ago, and I was like, how the heck are we still so low? And then I caught that it was still 0-0. So I think the out-of-state opponents got to be verified here. I think in the next week. So we'll have to get those entered and get them verified. And then, we haven't really talked about it except for last night, and if you want a chance to go to the state tournament, you got to be in that Sodak 16. And that's why this game again was so important. It would have made you follow the night. It makes it really difficult. But we got a couple games. Friday is, Mitchell. They're not, like you said, the Mitchell of old. They're very, very beatable, and so have that. And Jefferson is very beatable as well. And then we got 2 tough ones in Roosevelt and Watertown. But we got to take care of business first with Mitchell, and just kind of go from there, and see where we land. If it's going to be, I think anywhere between, I think the highest we could get is maybe 13.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be okay, and maybe even 12. Just with those bonus points, I haven't really looked in what tonight's victory will, because it should bump us up, a couple, and then. It kind of depends on what the other teams do too.
Sure.
I think Yankton has Douglas and Spearfish left. So they might get another one there. They had 2 big wins over the weekend over Stevens and Central. So
yeah. Can't really control what other teams do. Bottom line is just keep getting better, Coach, and a good win tonight. Appreciate you coming up and talking to that one. Larry Aker, the head coach of the Governors, as Pierre wins this one tonight on the road, 56-47. Govs host Mitchell on Friday night. Let's take another 2-minute timeout. We've got your post game, the stats and everything. We still have big plays of the game and your player of the game yet to come. This is our Family Dental post game and the Governors' victory tonight on River 92.7.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Wagner Auto Company, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre, is your transportation headquarters in central South Dakota. With a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at WagnerAuto.com. Experience the Wagner Auto difference for yourself by letting them help you with your next set of wheels. Wagner Auto Company in Pierre.
Let's go. From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Sports on the stations of the DRG Media Group. For all of your investment needs, call or stop by your Pierre area Edward Jones office. Go Govs! Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back in our Family Dental post game, Brian Oakman here, and a good night for the Governors as they defeat the Bobcats here 56-47. And back home at Riggs High Gym, the Governor girls get their fourth victory of the season by the slimmest of margins. It's 50-49, the win, as Justin Cowart had a good one to call there. So 2 for 2 for the Governor varsities tonight here against Brookings. The Governors lead at the end of the first quarter, 15-10, but Brookings came back. Pierre led 19-10 early second quarter. Brookings came back and made a game of it, though. It was tied up 26-26 at halftime, but then the Governors get a little bit of an advantage with a 12-9 edge in the third quarter. They led 38-35. And then in the fourth quarter, the Governors built their first double-digit lead at 1 point of 10 at 52-42, and they end up winning it by 9 at 56-47. Pierre with an 18-12 advantage through that fourth quarter of play. In that second half, the Governors hit on 8 of 18 on the floor, 17 of 41 overall in the game unofficially, 3 of 12 from outside the arc. Jaron Deal hit 2, Corday Austin with 1, but the free throw line might be where the Governors win this game, where they were, as Coach Aker said, maybe 35%. And here on a week ago tonight, 17 of 18 from the free throw line. That's getting it done. Actually, they have them at 19 out of 20 on the game. And, they had Corday Austin with 13 of 13, and Caden Ahart's 3 for 4. So I don't think Ahart's went 3 for 4. He was more like a 1 for 2 on the line kind of a night. I've got Austin at 15 out of 15. So, great night at the line for the Governors overall. And Austin will lead with 30 points, and Jaron Deal with 16. He played a great ball game, hit a couple of threes, one to start the scoring for Pierre, and one to, which might have been the biggest shot of the night, which we will touch on a little bit later on. But Jaron with 16 points and also played a great game on the floor as he leads officially with 5 assists. I think I had him with one more than that, maybe even 2 more. So good night for Deal. Dilgis with 6 points. Lincoln Dilgis. Cooper Terwilliger shut down for the most part, but still played a good physical game. He has 3 points in this one, and Caden Aharts will give him 1 on the official stat board, or the unofficial stat board tonight. For Brookings, after an 8 of 23 second half, they'll finish 17 of 48 on the game, 9 of 24 from outside the arc. That's actually not a bad percentage from three-point land, but they did struggle from the free throw stripe to 4 out of 12. They get 3 players in double figures and another one with 9, so they balance it out. Drew Johnson with 3 threes and a total of 11 points. Bergen Tetzloff with 11 points. Noah Lease has 3 threes and 10 points, and then Jones Huntemer hits 3 threes for 9 points. So there are your 9 3-pointers for the Bobcats right there. Elsewise, it was Jace Bauer with 4 and Hayden Jones with 2 off the bench, 56-47. Our final, Pierre with a 25-24 rebounding advantage, although the Bobcats get more done on the offensive glass, 7-3 the advantage there. And officially, they've got Cooper Terwilliger with 14 rebounds, Bergen Tetzloff with 10 to lead each team. The Governors with 14 assists overall. Again, they've got Jaron Deal with 5. I do have him with 6 myself, and then 13 assists as a team for Brookings. So a lot of similarities in this game, but the Governors getting more things done, maybe in a more versatile way than the Bobcats were tonight. Brookings was more either Tetzloff inside or hope that they hit the threes from the outside. But the Governors obviously had Corday Austin inside, one time outside. They had him at the free throw line. They had Jaron Deal making plays this evening as well. And Lincoln Dill just hit a few big shots tonight also, 56-47. The Governors win it, and there were 7 ties and 6 lead changes throughout as well. So Pierre with a big one there, and again, they get Mitchell at home on Friday night. The Govs get the victory, but not without big plays of the game, and your big plays are sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Let's hear from them. Your big play is coming up next in our Governor postgame.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Big plays from Hermanson Endodontics as the Governors had a nice lead early on. Brookings countered that as they started hitting their threes in the rest of the first half. The second period in particular, still a tight game when we went to the fourth quarter, 38-35 Governors. But there was a spot where Jaron Deal hit a big three-pointer. And in one sense, it was almost as if, no, that's too quick of a shot in the possession, as Pierre maybe was in a spot where they might want to start chewing some clock, but Jaron Deal made a 45-42 game into a 6-point ball game at 48-42, and that was really kind of the one shot, the one moment where the Governors were able to do what they needed to do from there, and that was get to the free throw line, knock down their freebies, and it just seemed like that was a big turning point early in the fourth quarter for the Governors, and Jaron Deal hit that 3, his second of the night, on the way to 16 overall, and Jaron Deal had a great ball game here this evening, and he turned in our Hermanson Endodontics big play of the game from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Of course, players of the game candidates coming up, and we'll announce one that stood out above the rest. Your player of the game comes to us from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre. Let's hear this, and your player of the game is next.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas, Camp's chicken, and more. Feed the family while on the go. Then treat yourself to soft serve ice cream in cones and dishes. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores, Euclid Avenue and Harrison Avenue in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores, as we'll pat the back of the Bobcats in the losing effort. Bergen Tetzloff and Drew Johnson, Noah Lease, all in double figures tonight. Tetzloff with a double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds. Jones Huntemer was right there with 9 as well. And, of course, for the Governors, there's a lot of things I think that would be intangible in this game. I think Lincoln Dill just showed a lot of hustle tonight as he gets 6 points. He'll finish with 5 rebounds. Some of those came in big spots, though, along with Cooper Terwilliger, just 3 points, but 14 rebounds. That's pretty good supporting effort as well. Jaron Deal, we mentioned, 16 points. He'll officially be credited with 5 assists in this game. They were big. But when you go 15 of 15 from the free throw line, I don't care what else you're doing in this game. In a victory, 15 of 15 says an awful lot. Corday Austin tonight has 30 points for the second time this season, had a couple of jams as well, and a big night for Corday Austin, the 6'3 senior leading the way. We'll give him his second Player of the Game t-shirt sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre as he leads the Governors to a 56-47 victory here tonight. Girls win 50-49. Both teams play Mitchell on Friday night. The boys at home on River 92.7. The girls will be on the road at the Corn Palace instead of the new Mitchell High School. The Mitchell High School will be hosting region wrestling tournament competition. Girls on Friday night, boys on Saturday afternoon. So the Governor girls at the Corn Palace on Friday, and that'll be on KGFX, but then they'll spend the night in Sioux Falls and play the struggling Lincoln Patriots at 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and we will have that one here on River 92.7. Justin Cowart will be away. Darren Boyle will cover those girls' games coming up this weekend for the girls at Mitchell and at Sioux Falls Lincoln. And we mentioned region wrestling coverage. Governor wrestlers get into the action. Of course, no coverage of girls region wrestling with basketball on the docket, but we can cover the boys region 3A, and we will do that on KGFX throughout the day, along with other Class B regions throughout the day on KGFX AM. So best of luck to the wrestlers coming up this weekend as well. The gymnastics season is over. Governors finished 7th in the state AA, and the Governor boys finished 5th in the state duels at Riggs High Gym this past weekend. Oahe Capitals hockey, it's Pierre and Brookings on the basketball court. It'll be Pierre and Brookings at the Expo Center in Fort Pierre this weekend. The Capital boys do host the Rushmore Thunder Friday night, but then host Brookings on Saturday. The Capital girls host Brookings on Saturday, and then the Aberdeen Cougars will host Pierre. Pierre girls go on the road on Sunday for a match up there as well. Capital hockey, we just keep an eye on that as part of other Governor sports. But a good win tonight, and for those on the road, including ourselves, we'll remind ourselves and everybody else to stay alert, slow down, don't veer for deer, buckle up to it starts with you. You've got someplace to be. That's a reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Our big thanks for William Wilson and Cortana Mancuso running the show in studio tonight. And as always, Caleb Brozick, who have made the trip here, and you can rewatch this one and the GoGovs live YouTube feed, as it's a good one. The Governors defeat the Brookings Bobcats tonight on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, 56-47. Until we meet with you again on Friday night when the Governor boys host the Mitchell Colonels from Riggs High Gym, 6:30 pregame. I'm Brian Oakland. Thanks for joining us. This is Pierre Governor Basketball on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRG Media Group. Governor Sports is brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports is also sponsored in part by Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wegner Auto, Ram Tire, and by Xander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, The South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Brown's Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling,